Okay. I will. To the video screen, sir. Enjoy.
The surgery that they did, I was told that they did it on monkeys before they did it on me to make sure, because what happened with my surgery was they took my calf muscle. The cancer is in my femur. So they took my calf muscle and they flipped it up to where my femur would be. And they got rid of my femur. So the top part of my leg is my calf muscle. And it was a very experimental surgery at that particular time with the bone the way it was, and they put a plate in there with screws. And they gave my parents and me a 35% chance that I would survive it. And I was able to beat it.
Really, one of his greatest strengths is he never let the disability get in the way, and he never really talked about the disease while he was performing or used that as a reason why he couldn't perform.
He was unknowingly paving the way for other para-athletes. Today, races are separate. Then he was competing against fully able-bodied athletes.
I think my time out there, even though I won, was a little bit slower than I wanted to go. So I think I lost a little bit of conditioning the last month or two. And, I'm going to get right on it. And, I can't stop at Commonwealth, so I'm going to head for Worlds and hopefully do well there as well. He realized what his performances meant to him, though I don't think all the other athletes on the team always recognized. For example, in our conference championships, he might finish 10th or 11th, but they didn't always recognize that he was actually setting a world record in his S9 category.
Andrew has taken home 17 medals over his career, including 6 bronze and 1 gold from the Paralympic Games, 3 bronze from the IPC World Championships, 2 bronze, 1 silver, and 3 gold at the Worlds, 3 bronze at the Para-Pan Am Games, and a gold at the 1994 Commonwealth Games.
The 1994 Commonwealth Games was a pivotal year for Andrew. He was selected to be part of the Commonwealth Games team in a demonstration sport, if you will, the first para-swim event at the Commonwealth Games. And so there's a lot of pressure on Andrew to, first of all, just be a part of the Commonwealth Games team and integrate into that national team. And secondly, to perform in an event that I wouldn't necessarily say was one of his best events, 100-meter freestyle. I was not part of that team, so I had to watch it on TV at home. And so when he was going in, I watched the final, and it was really close with, I think it was an Australian competitor that came second. And it was thrilling to see him win the gold medal. It was sort of an affirmation that he has coming into his own on the national scene, international scene. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence.
He continued to compete at the world level for about almost a decade. And compete very successfully. So that was very rewarding.
I think that Andrew is certainly very confident in the water. I think that he's talented, and I think that he's motivated to succeed, both in the pool and in his personal life as well.
I think Andrew has left a lasting legacy as a person. I think that's what will prevail. I mean, the athletics is great, and that he's been able to leverage into successes, but it's the essence of who he is, because lots of people are great athletes, but a lot of people don't do what he's done to the community, giving back, championing the sport, motivating people to be better athletes, motivating business people to be better at what they do. And I think that that's a unique skill, and I think that's what made him a special athlete.
Yes, indeed. To present the plaque, a local national and international swim coach who joined the Hall as a builder in '89, Mr. Nigel Kemp. And to present the pin, a guy who helped Andrew become the world record holder he is, Mr. Bill Greenlaw. This is one of those ones I've been waiting for. This is awesome. Yeah. Listen, boy, oh boy, what a career. What a phenomenal, phenomenal career. Welcome to the Hall. Let's first of all talk about where the mindset comes from. You had something happen to you that could have stopped a lot of people just bang, right in their tracks. And you seem to use it as motivation to become great. Where does that come from?
Luck. No, but I think that, when you have cancer twice, I mean, not many people can relate, but certainly there's some doctors here that can relate. But I remember doing this article with the Herald back in, I think, '96 after Atlanta, and I said, won 2 bronze medals. My biggest battle was when I had cancer. It's not too shabby to win the medals in Atlanta, and it's just, I guess it's just inside me. I mean, I've heard other inductees talk about how important it was to just, believe in yourself and go through it, and I don't know, it's just there, I guess.
I had the pleasure of covering you in your, I guess, athletic prime. Tell me how many hours a week you'd be in the water.
Including baths at home, probably a lot. Well, the typical workout was like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'd be in the morning workout at Sportsplex or Dalplex, 5:30 to 7:30, and night probably from like 4 till 6, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays an afternoon workout, and then on Saturdays, and I'll give credit to both Nigel and to Bill, because a lot of times, the guy with one leg's trying to take advantage, like get off sets early, don't work as hard, and I wasn't like that, mind you, a lot, but they, true to credit, they kicked my beep, so it was a collaborative effort, and it was a fun time, even though the pools were really, really cold in December and in the winter time, as Ray said, in Eastern Canada, but it was a special time.
You were always described as a pretty confident guy. Some people would describe you at times as cocky. I always thought, no, it's true. I always thought, though, that came from the fact that you knew you had outworked everybody. Is there any truth in that? Because I always sensed, you know what, I've put in the work. I know I can do this.
Oh, I had no doubt that I was the best. And, it's a mindset. I remember I do a lot of motivational speaking, and one of the things I talk about was I was on the plane on. You have to understand, growing up in North Sydney, and it's important that I recognize the folks in Cape Breton, but growing up in North Sydney, there was no other people with disabilities in North Sydney that I knew, right? So when I went to my first World Championships in 1990, there was a lot of people there that obviously they had one leg or one arm or blind or whatever, and because I didn't see that. And then when I finally got on the plane ride on the way home after World Championships, I said to myself in my seat, I'm going to be world champion one day. And that's what drove me to basically just get in the pool every morning. You wake up in the morning and you see athletes, you hear athletes say, I'm going to put something on my wall, or I'm going to open my eyes and it's going to be on the ceiling ahead of me. Determination, drive, focus. And I think I had all that. And I never wanted to let a moment go by that I would miss a workout because I knew somebody else was going to be there. And you hear athletes and the stories about I couldn't go Friday night because I'd get up in the morning, and people say, oftentimes questions for athletes are, what did you sacrifice in your life to be the athlete that you are? And my response will always be, I didn't sacrifice a thing in my swimming career because I was constantly investing my time to be better. And I think when you invest your time into the ultimate goal, win, lose, or draw, and there is some good and some bad, you're going to like the results, and I think that's kind of the motto I live by.
When's the last time? Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. Do you swim much anymore?
Not so much. I have a insomniac 5-year-old at home that doesn't like to go to sleep, but I enjoy sledge hockey. I enjoy getting in the water when I can, and it's just I'll always love going back. I mean, you hear the soccer guys talk about team, and it's like 20 years ago or whatever. And same thing for me. I just love getting in the water. I love pushing my limits. But I was joking around earlier. I said the older I get, the better I was. So, but oh well. But yeah. So I really love it. I mean, I wish I could still compete. I still have that fire inside me to compete, and I'd be remiss if I didn't. I'd like to thank the board of directors for the Hall of Fame for this induction. It means a lot to me.
Yeah. One last one. Why do you make every baseball fan in the room salivate? And tell us all what you do for a living now.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I have a full-time job with the certain baseball team that fell 2 wins short of the World Series. But and I was so looking forward to going to New York for the World Series because we had a plane chartered for us Jays, and if we win the World Series, you get a ring. So that would have been fun to come here and say, "Hey, surprise! I won the World Series!" But it didn't work. But it's a lot of fun working for the Jays. I mean, we got a good team. Turned out to be Canada's team over the course of the last few months, and I don't know. It's just really nice to be in sport and live sport and have the opportunity to meet the people I've met and the fellow nominees tonight and family here. So thank you for everybody showing up. It's been great so far.
All right, listen, you're a great cleanup hitter. Nicely done. Newest member to the Hall of Fame, Mr. Andrew Haley.